Hello guys and welcome to another video. This is not my usual match play video. This video is probably gonna get a best of 1,000 views, but nonetheless I felt like I had to do it. Have to update you with what happened. It's really important to kind of like project and show where the next results are coming from and where I'm at. So really needed to make this video. And yeah, you read the title by now. I won 2 tournaments back to back and wasn't able to record a single point of a match. So yeah, here's the trophies to show you guys. I'm not making this up at all, along with this piece of paper which was given to me, and now it's very not in great condition, but yeah. I traveled all the way to El Salvador, and I actually started vlogging while I was there. I was ready to kind of like document my journey there and show you more and more matches and videos, and show you how from the first tournament, I was gonna play 2 tournaments. So I was gonna show you from the first match of my first tournament to the last match of my last tournament. But yeah, as I was about to start my first match, there was a problem to where the supervisor wouldn't allow me to record any of my matches with my phone. I use a iPhone to record my matches. I don't have a GoPro or a camera. The best I could do really is like, I do have some clips at the end that I will show you, but kind of like walk you through how it went, how I felt during the matches, you know, how each individual match went, and kind of give you an idea of how those went and where I'm at now, like how much did my ranking go up by and all that stuff. So let's start from the first tournament. I have my results here in front of me that we're gonna browse through a little bit, just quickly, nothing too long. But yeah, a few things about the conditions. So it was at 1,000 meters altitude, so not as much as the Mexico kind of trip that I did where it was like 2,600, but still, you know, you could feel it. 1,000 meters is a little bit, it took some time to get used to. And the one thing I could not do in any of those tournaments was serve. I mean, my first serve percentages were awful, to say the least. It's probably an understatement just saying awful. And you know, it went as low as 29% in a set, so that was not like something I could do at all. Similar to Mexico, the forehand was slipping a little bit too much out. I could play backhand well enough, and you know, I think I won the tournament because I was more solid than the other guys. Starting my first round, played a Brazilian player. He was ranked around 1,400, and yeah, that was not a easy match. Also because the courts were different a little bit between the one other. There was the center court, which was like a bit slower and definitely more playable than the other ones, and then some of the other ones were like faster. And the practice courts were even faster. So we played on a secondary court here, which was pretty fast. He was more of a clay court player, which meant he didn't really hurt me as much in the rally, but that also meant like he didn't miss a lot. And I was missing a little bit too much. You know, it was my first match. I was struggling a little bit, and yeah, but there were some really long games like that took like minutes and minutes to finish. But you know, I ended up just having that little edge over him, and like in the big points I played better, so I was able to take that. The second round I played a local player who, you know, I saw play the day before, and played against me. He could serve really well, he would go to the net, and he had a crowd on his side, so it was a tough match again. I won 7-5, 6-3. I think when the rallies got longer and I was able to move him without like missing too early, then that's when really I could win the most points, so that's what I ended up doing. And then quarterfinals I played Venezuelan player Ricardo Rodriguez. I won 7-5, 6-1. So again, like none of these matches were like simple at all. He had a kind of a spinny forehand. Backhand was not amazing, but a spinny forehand and serve kick. He played on center court where the bounce was a little bit higher and slower, and he really messed up my timing. Like, you know, I like hitting like this, very close to the net, very hard, and like use my opponent's pace as well. And he would like give me not a dead ball, but like a spinny high ball. So I had my forehand up here, and I was really struggling the set. I was up 2-love, I broke immediately, and then we just like every single game was a break up until I was able to win 7-5. So like break going on. Yeah, that was really tough. And then the second set, luckily he played a little bit more with pace, and that helped me a lot. In the semifinal, I played Dan Wilavsky. He was the #1 seed, American player back at the time. I mean, which was a month ago, but he was 530. Right now he's around 450 ATP. So very good player. I think out of the ones I played so far, is definitely the better player. Played with pace, liked to move around and hit the forehand, especially the inside out a lot. You know, it was definitely like a more difficult opponent to beat, but also one that made me play a little bit better and didn't mess up my timing. And you know, once I got used to the rhythm and the pace, you know, we were just fighting back and forth. But I ended up taking that match home. And then in the final, I won 6-1, 6-love. And the funny thing is, the first set, my first serve percentage was 29%. But yeah, I think my pace was overall just higher than his. And you know, I was starting to move him around, and then when it was short, I was accelerating. So I wasn't going like big straight away, taking too much risk, but I was moving him until he kept it short, and then I would like go for the approach and come to the net, put pressure on him. And just like, he was also, I think, tired. He played more 3-setters than I did, and yeah, I just think he was struggling with the pace there. And I also played fairly well to be honest. So that was the first tournament. About 3 days later, I was on court again for the second tournament, same location, same courts, different balls. So the first tournament we used head pro balls. The second tournament we used head tour XT. For some reason, I guess they said there weren't enough balls in the country of the same like model, so we switched balls. Now head pro was a ball that was like kind of like smaller and shed a little bit and went a little bit faster, and then head tour XT was really hard ball, didn't really go as fast. I was on first round with a player from Barbados. I think he had a point or was good ranked in ITF ranking. I won 4-4 again. He had a really good serve, so some games I couldn't even return. From the back again, moving him, he was a tall guy. Moving him, switching up the pace, maybe putting a slice here and there. I was still like a bit tired from the tournament before, but like I just focused on holding my serve, and all I needed was one good return game for a set, and that's what I did. That's why I won 4-4. Round 2, I played another local player. He had definitely 1 or 2 ATP points. He was a shorter guy, kind of a grinder, but didn't miss a lot. First set, like he just couldn't hold the pace really. I won 6-1. Second set, I was fighting, but got a little bit, you know, sidetracked, distracted, let's say. And suddenly I got broken. Again, my serve was not working at all. I don't know, hopefully there's a screenshot I can put here, I'm not sure. And yeah, I ended up actually losing the second set 6-3. He also had the crowd, which was pumping him. I was like feeling a bit like, you know, one of those moments where like, I need to like really dig this out. And then the third set, I locked in and was able to go 6-1 once again. The quarterfinals, I played the 2 seed, Brazilian guy from rank around 580. Good player. We played at 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning, I forget, but early on. And yeah, he was kind of more of a player who moved the ball when the time was right, then accelerating and going for the approach. It was really like a tight 6-2, 6-2. I won 6-2, 6-2, but it was a really tight match actually. Especially the first set, some really long games, hard fought. Again, I think just I had like a little bit more of mental strength and just like I was physically a bit more there than him in the longer points, and yeah, that's why, you know, I won. But again, it was a tight match, even though the score makes it seem easy. The semi-final, I played again Ricardo Rodriguez, the Venezuelan player I played last week in the quarterfinals. Now this time I was more prepared because again on the first tournament I was losing my cool. I completed the first set because I couldn't hold one serve. This time I was more like, okay, you know, I'm not gonna go for too much when he plays this spin ball. I'm just gonna move him around, try and maybe hit a slice, get him to lower the trajectory a little bit so I can have a more comfortable shot. And yeah, I played actually really well. Like even when I had to accelerate and let go my arm loose to hit the big forehand, then I could do that well, and I played actually really well that night. And yeah, I won 6-2, 6-1. Now came the final, the second final. I was quite tired, mostly mentally. I think it was a challenge to dig deep and you know, try to not let go, and the job wasn't done. You know, it's hard like being in that spot again. But I played Guillaume Dalmasso, French player, ranked around 600-700, which you saw that I played in Ajaccio, France, in my second round there. The big serve and volley, really big serve. So again, it was my third time playing him. I also played him in college, I told you as well. And yeah, I knew it would be a tough match and a frustrating one because sometimes you'd be up in the game and he would like ace you service winner, serve and volley winner and that stuff. But he didn't serve and volley as much as in Ajaccio. I think maybe because the court was bigger, so I had more space. And yeah, I knew what I had to do. I really had to stay focused on my serve, not my serve, or let him have break points, because I knew that when he's up in the score, he played much better than when he was tied or down. But yeah, obviously there was a tiebreak in there because I couldn't break him, and try to stay as calm as possible in those games where I did have chances, but he ended up coming out on top with some good serves, some good points. The tiebreak was tough, you know, it went 2-1, 2-0, and then I was 5-2 down. And yeah, two good points on my serve, and then 5-4, I won the point, I forget how, and then a 5-0, he double faulted. 5-0 on the breaker, he double faulted, and I was huge for me. Probably lucky. I mean, I don't know if he was, it felt the tension a little bit, but for me it was huge. Then I went on 6-5 to serve, and I think I won the set 7-6. I think just the second set that was in his head a little bit because I broke him early on, and I won 6-2 because yeah, I mean that was definitely hunting him. I don't know to what extent, but yeah, that was my matches. Honestly, if you made it so far in this video, I'm surprised because it's probably a pretty boring video. But yeah, I just thought I need to update just because of what videos are coming next. You know, I can just skip parts. But I'm upset I didn't get to record any match at all. But it's definitely not a bad consolation prize to come home with 2 trophies, even though no content for YouTube. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Now talking about like the kind of consequences of what happened, my ranking jumped from, I was around 740 and I jumped to around 580. So, you know, 30 points in 2 weeks is pretty incredible, and I was like super happy. It was like the perfect trip, and what you want when you're actually going so far away to play, you know. So like it better be good, you know. After that, obviously, I came back home and I took, forget it, 1 or 2 weeks of training along with a few days of rest, and then I was ready to try my luck in some more challenger tournaments, this time on hard courts, which is my favorite surface. I'm playing on hard court until the end of the year. Those videos are coming very soon, so stay tuned because it's gonna be fun to watch that. And yeah, but for now, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, then make sure you comment and like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.